going to use the term rhetoric a lot in this class, and it sounds, like a big deal word. It really is very basic. So I hate to disappoint you because we want to be all collegey and academic, but rhetoric just means the art of speaking or writing effectively. That's all we're talking about here when we're talking about rhetoric in college writing and speaking. And so we're now beginning to work on a rhetorical analysis. Well, it's just an analysis using language in an effective way. That's all we're talking about here. So don't get too hung up on these different terms. I'm going to throw some other things at you here in these next few slides, mostly to try to simplify and remove any sense of intimidation that there might be when we talk about some of these rhetorical approaches, rhetorical devices, the use of rhetoric in your writing for a college level essay. So my purpose here is simply to kind of pull away the mask, pull away the curtain, and show you that there's nothing particularly mysterious here, and it's actually quite easily understood. So let's go. One of the little tricks about the academic world is that we like to use words that sound intimidating, and Latin words are particularly fun to use because no one speaks or learns Latin anymore, and so it sounds very complicated. And so we're going to talk about here 3 key terms when we're talking about the use of rhetoric. And this is true whether you are providing a spoken presentation or you're doing a paper, or if you're having a conversation over the backyard fence. There are 3 basic pieces of what we call the rhetorical triangle, and it's referred to as different things by different people. This goes back to ancient Greece, and it's very you can get as deep and as complicated as you want. Here's what we're talking about: ethos. Ethos simply refers to establishing credibility as the writer or speaker. That's all we're talking about here. I mean, ethos obviously is the root word of words like ethical. What you're trying to do by applying the device of ethos is you're using credible sources and appropriate writing style to establish credibility with your audience. Simple. That's it. We're not trying to be overly complicated. We're not trying to blow people away. We're trying to establish with them that we know what we're talking about. Pathos. So pathos is the root for such words as empathy. What we want to do is create a connection with our audience in some fashion. And finally, the other piece of the triangle is logos, which is the root word for words like logical. And what we're trying to do here is, through the use of logic, we are establishing context. Why does this matter? How do I apply it? What's the purpose of what I'm writing about?